Peace, welcome back to the Space Beyond Infinity, where there are only healthy limitations. I am the spirit guide of this real mystic, and I'm back with another vlog. How are y'all doing? I am doing great. I'm doing wonderful. It's awesome. Life is life is great, you guys. I got this one, I don't know, right here, and it just keep itching. It wants to heal. I don't know, maybe it was a bug bite at some point, but then I was scratching it and started being something else. Now it's scabbing over. I put all of my beads, first of all, yes, I put all of my beads, waist beads, bracelets, and stuff on the tree. And then we took a trip to Central to have a little, is it called a staycay? I think it's called a staycay. But yeah, we got us a little hotel in Central for a couple days, and we were out there enjoying ourselves, being close to the beach. It was it was cool. It was good, and at the same time, like you know, at the same time, my kids still was stressing me out, honey. Not my kids, Raji. Raji was still stressing me out. Cause Raji, one thing about Raji, she gonna stress you out now. She ain't gonna let you get away without being stressed out now. That's just not a thing. Okay? That's just not a thing. She is not about to let you get away with not being stressed out. So, my kids are empathic, just like me. And so, when the transits start transiting, they start acting on whatever energy is present. And eclipse, solar eclipse in Aries. Chaos. So, yeah. Kari, he's not like on a I'm gonna stress you out vibe. He was on a like I'm going to just have 10 times more energy than I usually have. Which was fine, but yeah. We had a good time though. They thoroughly enjoyed themselves. I'm grateful for that. I think I just needed to get away. I wasn't really sure why, which I don't really be sure why of certain stuff until I'm actually in it. Then I can get a thorough understanding of why. So as I got there, I realized why. Because I was staying in a hotel that was literally a block over from the apartment we were staying in where we had Yajurta. And I still had feelings to process from my time of being over there. Not only a block away from the apartment we were staying in when when I had the Yajurta, we were a block away from the kitchen that we stayed in before I got the apartment. Because we were staying with Tribe Zulu, and Tribe Zulu had Zulu's vegan kitchen, and they had a kitchen out here, and none of us had a place to stay, and we all ended up staying in the kitchen until they left, and then Boomy left, and then it was just me and the kids until I was able to get in a position where I can get us an apartment. And I spent about a month sleeping in there on the floor with my kids. And that was a lot. And then I left from there and got into an apartment, and in between all of that I fell out with Zulu. Tribe Zulu, and um, so I lost friends. I lost the love of my existence, and I was pregnant with two kids, and we did not have a lot of money at that time, so we were hungry. I mean, I was making sure they eat, but I wasn't getting what I needed. They were, but I wasn't. And yeah, because I was still breastfeeding Raji. I was still breastfeeding Raji and I was pregnant. So she definitely was getting what she needed because she was drinking milk and eating food. So the kids ate more than I did, but whatever. I ended up getting what I needed as far as money and getting us an apartment, and we started living good. But I was still processing everything I had been through on top of still going in circles with Boomy. Because we're talking about getting back together, but at the same time, he's with somebody else. And he wants to do polygamy, and I don't want to do that because polygamy is not for me. It's actually not. And I know I said something more recently about it, and I seemed excited, but I was just caught up in the Venus and Pisces vibes, and um, I stand on what I said before. Polygamy is not for me. I don't believe in polygamy. I don't believe that polygamy is for people who um, know what real love is. I think once you know what real love is, you get to see that polygamy is not for you. Um, and that's not to say that Boomy doesn't know what real love is because he loves me and he loves me for real. And I love him and I love him for real. And I understand his reasons why he still considers polygamy to be a thing. But I think that in time he will come to see my perspective more because his reasons is he wants someone who can be able to help balance the home space, who can be able to help take care of the family and nurture us, and um who can be present to nurture them when I'm not there, and you know, just someone who can assist, someone who can watch the kids for us when we're not present, and we know that they're going to uphold our standards and values and blase blase, and um, we don't have to worry about leaving our kids with them because they're on the same page as us. And we know they're on the same page as us because we're in a relationship. We're in that kind of relationship with them. But I don't think that we need to be in a union, in that kind of union with someone, in order for us to have someone that we trust to watch our kids. I feel like eventually we're going to find people who are families who have similar standards and similar ways of living and respect us enough to uphold, you know, the lifestyle that we have for our children, that we have cultivated for our children when they are taking care of our children. I believe that we can have that. I believe that we can um, assist our parents in healing and changing, and that they will grow to respect us enough to uphold our standards of living and our way of life with our children when we are not present. I feel like that's possible without us having someone in our marriage. I believe that that is possible, and I believe that we can run our home on our own without having to have someone else in our relationship. I do not believe that I am a woman who has room for another woman in her household. I don't believe I have the room for that. I don't believe I have the capacity for that. And I don't believe that either one of us is truly interested in loving someone else in the way that we love each other. And and he has expressed that multiple times, and that's why I had such a problem with him at that point, because he would be telling me that all the time, like, I just love you. I only love you. I don't even see nobody else who even is as good as you or as great as you. Like, you're the one. You are the one. He would express that to me all the time. And of course, he still does. He's always has in our whole relationship. So I would be like, why would you tell me this one day, but at the same time, you're with this woman and you're trying to get me to be with her and also entertaining another woman and knowing that they both don't have any respect for me? I mean, the woman that he was with, she claimed, he told me, because I had never talked to her, he told me that she claimed to have respect for me and look up to me as a mother and blah 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 blah, and she honored me and blah 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 blah, but she never reached out to me to try to have a conversation with me. So how and if she did really honor me and respect me and hold me to such a high regard as she said she did to you, why did she feel like she needed to be in your space, in your face, and trying to hold on to you, knowing that you were mine, knowing that you're mine? Like, me and him, we are literally one. Our souls were created together. And that's not the delusion. That's like literal fact. Everybody who has ever known us knows this. Even our family members have literally expressed it. Like, y'all was meant to be together. That is so clear. Everybody who's ever known us to be as us together has literally said, "I've never seen a a pair of people more for each other than you two." People has always expressed that. So it ain't no way that woman didn't see that. Her whole problem with me was, it's like she honored me, she respected me, she held me to a high regard, but at the same time, she was jealous because she knew that their relationship literally ended because she kept saying that he treated me differently than he treated her. He treated me like, always, and she couldn't get that from him. And of course not, because you're not me. And y'all wasn't meant to be together. And that was your fault for trying to be with a person you knew they didn't want to be with you the way you knew they wanted to be with me. That's on you. That don't have nothing to do with me. You can't try to lash out at me for that. And it's not like I was ever entertaining him while they were together. Like, we were having conversations, but our conversations were, I am not dealing with you as long as you are dealing with her. You say that you love that woman. You say that she's making you a better man. You all on social media saying she's making you a better man. Be there. Honor that. Honor her. Love her in the way she deserves to be loved and treat her the way she deserves to be treated. Stop coming over here trying to play with me. Because this is playing. Me, I'm for real. I'm for real about who I love and who I want to be. I'm going to be for real about that. I don't play. I'm a Cancer, and I got a lot of Cancer energy. My Venus is in Cancer, and I'm all about like really loving that person that I'm supposed to be with And I was so torn up because I knew I was supposed to be with him, but I knew I was not supposed to be with her or the other woman that he was clicking with. I knew I wasn't supposed to be with them. I already knew that. I felt that we weren't even connected in any kind of way. Like, I mean, the other woman, we were friends. I did bring her into his reality, but the way she treated me once I brought her into his reality, yeah, I wasn't meant to be connected to that woman in any kind of way, form, or fashion. And that was very clear to me after I introduced her to my man. Anyway, um, yeah, I ain't polygamous. And Boomy's not either. But my whole point was saying that I was going through that back and forth with him at that time. And it was a lot emotionally. And then I'm pregnant and I'm here with my two kids. And I'm going through this back and forth with him. And at the same time, I know that he is the person that I'm meant to be with. So I'm going back and forth with myself. At that time, I truly had to stand on my shit because I was revaluing myself. I was raising the bar on my value for self, my self-worth. I couldn't settle for what he was offering at that time because he was offering me to be in a situation that I didn't want to be in. So I had to say no, but at the same time, I'm wondering, like, okay, well, who am I supposed to be with? Because all I feel is him. And I had to question, like, if all I feel is him, is it because he's manipulated me into thinking this? Is it like what's going on? Am I being mentally and emotionally abused? What's happening? And that's a hard thing to consider, especially coming from a world of carbonation, you know, and us being people who were in carbonation at some point. It was a lot for me to try to process. And then I was pregnant going through all of this. And all I really wanted was to be with Boomy. You know, I was dreaming all the time. I have dreams all the time where I'm just crying and crying and crying and falling apart because I just want to be with Boomy. I just want to. Because one thing that I am absolutely, positively certain of, and I always will be, is that I love Boomy. Even if I got to the point if I questioned whether or not the sky was actually blue, I would still know. I love Boomy. That's where I want to be. That's where I'm supposed to be with Boomy. So that was a really hard time. I was trying to figure out if I feel like this, then why? Why is it that we can't be together in the way that I want to be? But that's because at that time I had to raise my value of my self worth. I had to raise that value. I had to demand what I desired. And it's like, you're not, like, you need to understand my value for self has changed. What we have been doing is no longer working for me. That's never going to work for me anymore. I am someone new. I am something different. I value myself more, and you're going to treat me accordingly, and you're going to hold me accordingly. And after some good time, we have gotten to a space to where we both value ourselves and value each other in a way that we deserve, and we are happy, and we are building, and I am grateful, and he is too, and it is beautiful. But at that time, I went through a lot with that, and then I started to build resentment. And so by the end of my pregnancy, we weren't even, I resented him so much. I was so angry with him. I was so hurt because I felt like he not only failed me emotionally, he failed me by, and I failed myself. But the thing about it with Boomy, he has always taken care of me. He has always taken care of me. He has always made sure that I was okay. He has always made sure. I mean, I can't say always because there were times when we split up and he just wasn't in the position to take care of me with me not being with him. But, and at the same time, he had to grow as a man to really see, like, yo, like, she's my responsibility, whether we're together or not. I feel like, um, so a couple times we split up, and in those times that we did split up, it was only for a week. So in those weeks, he didn't really send me money and stuff like that. But whatever. I forgive him for those times. It's whatever. I believe I had food stamps and stuff, and I was pretty much good, and I didn't really want nothing from him anyway. So I was so like, I don't even want nothing from you any fucking way. I don't want to talk to you. Call him it when he pick up. It's his son on the phone, not me. You good? Yeah, I'm good. I don't need shit. Anyway, um, but being together with him, he's always taking care of me. I always had somewhere to sleep. I always had food. I always had clothes. He's always provided. Whatever he had to do, he's provided. So at that point, when I was at the end of my pregnancy, and he let things get out of his hand, because once he did come back here at the end of my pregnancy, I just left everything as far as finances, money, and everything in his hands, because even though we weren't together at the time, I've always known him to be able to be responsible enough to take care of us and make sure that we were okay. So when we got into a space to where we're pretty much being evicted, the last month of even being on the lease anyway, I just felt like maybe that guy was being an asshole because he just thought that I was trying to take advantage of him, but I really wasn't. He didn't understand everything I had just been through to even get there. And I had paid rent on time every single month, except for the last 2 months I was there. Literally, pay rent in full, on time, every single month, except for the last 2 months I was there. But anywho, I was facing eviction and I was about to have a baby any freaking day. I was about to have a baby any freaking day and could have been on the street any freaking day. And I was mad at him because, like, how did you let us get in this position? But it wasn't just only on him, it was on me too. But yeah, um, that was a lot. And then I had her, and then a week later, we had to leave there. And then the rest of that time, we spent in hotels until we moved into here. And so it has been a journey. It has been a journey to get to where we are right now. And we are in a space to where we are doing good enough to where he can book us a hotel for a couple days for us to stay in for the fun of it. And that is a blessing. And I'm grateful, thankful, and honored for my experience. Um, so yeah, being over there was still residual emotions that needed to be processed. And I could see that as I was walking through those streets and just remembering. I just kept saying, like, I was over here. We lived on this street. I was pregnant, walking these streets, pushing a stroller. Me and y'all, like, we was here. It was us. I was pregnant, pushing y'all in a stroller, walking these streets. Like, y'all just don't understand. And I was processing those emotions, and that's what I needed. I was like, I need something, but I don't really know exactly what it is. But I think me getting a hotel and being away for a couple of days will help. And then when I got there and I was where I was and I was feeling what I was feeling, I understood. And I needed this, all of this, to feel all of this, because it's this eclipse that's coming up that is triggering this motion. And this is needed because of this eclipse. And yeah. So I'm doing the work. Are you doing the work? We're doing the work. Are you doing the work? I hope you're doing the work, because after this eclipse, y'all better know, after this eclipse season, things are taking off for real. Like, it's Aries season, y'all. It's time for new, and it's time for fast moving energy. Like, it's Aries season. After this eclipse, solar eclipse, honey, things is about to really change, and they about to change up quickly. And so, if you better be doing the work so you can be prepared. Because if you're not prepared and you're not doing the work, you're gonna lose your mind. So I'm doing the work, and crying is good. I'm so grateful for the tears I have shed, because I'm a Cancer and I'm supposed to cry. And I've been crying, and I'm grateful. Yeah. So, excuse me. I needed that getaway. And it wasn't like all just, the getaway wasn't like, oh, just a fun time. We're having such a fun time. Yeah, a fun time. We're having a fun time. Yeah. It wasn't all of that. Like, we had some fun, but it's like we was on business. It was a business trip. We were doing our energetic work, okay? That's what it was. Like, doing our energetic work. We all were processing things. The kids were here to keep me going, okay? Look how long my hair is. This twist, this is a twist, right? A two strand twist. I started my hair with two-strand twists. This is the two-strand twist. This is the hair. This is the growth. Look how long my hair has gotten since I started with these two-strand twists. Amazing. My hair has grown. How long has he been gone? It's probably only been a month, you know, since the man has left. His birthday, February 8th. So it's been more than a month since I've done my hair. Look at that. It's been a month and 2 quarters. A month and a half. I'm funny. Anyway, yeah. I'm thankful for my life and my existence. He's so great. He booked us a hotel room. He bought everybody new swimsuits. Sent us money for taxis and food, and he has done his freaking job, okay? The man has done his job, and been now not one person question has he done his job or not? Because baby, let me tell you, he has. He has. He's done his job. Period. The man has done his job. Okay. I actually was totally exhausted by the time I got home yesterday because while we were there, I did so much walking because, I didn't want to stay in a hotel. So we were out and about. And I did so much walking, so much more than I usually do. Even though I've been doing so, all of the walking I did definitely made up for the fact that I wasn't able to do my nightly runs like I've been doing here at home. And also, like going to the beach and taking the stroller to the beach with us because I had to, and like dragging the stroller across the beach, bro. And then yesterday when we went to the beach, it was after we checked out of the hotel, so we had all of our stuff in the stroller. So I had the weight of our stuff in the stroller as I drug it across the beach. Honey, when I tell you I was tired, I was tired. And we was out in the heat in the sun as we was walking and stuff. Oh my goodness, I was beat. Today should be a day of recovery. But see, look, see the thing is, right, I saw shoes at the Walmart over there that I wanted to get for the kids, and I was able to get Raji a new pair of shoes, but I wasn't able to get Kari and Yajurda's because I had asked my dad to send me the money to get them shoes, but he didn't send it until today. So I had to use what I had to buy Raji shoes. And I did, and I didn't want to use what I had to buy Zakari and Yajurda shoes because I wasn't sure if my dad was going to send the money because he never responded to my message. He still hasn't. He just sent the money. He didn't respond to my message, so I didn't know if he was going to send the money or not. And the money that I used to buy Raji's shoes was the money that my brother sends to me, and I have designated that money for me, and I've already used it for food, partially for food. No, 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 no. Let me remember. What did I do? Oh, I bought yogurt and shoes for Raji. Yeah. So I had used that money to buy yogurt and shoes for Raji. And before y'all talk about me, the yogurt is 95 pesos. That's almost $5. And anyway, whatever. I couldn't even find the shoes. The shoes for Yajurda was more than what was for what I had actually asked my dad for because I had thought that I could get Yajurda and Raji the same shoes, but I couldn't because the shoes for Raji was bigger girls and the shoes for Yajurda was littler girls. And so I saw some shoes that was for Yajurda, but those were more. So I don't. I would have had them. I would have had them. But I didn't want to spend the money that was for me on them. And that was selfish, but whatever. So anyway, my dad sent the money for the shoes today. But I don't know if the Walmart over here has the shoes because they don't be having those shoes. They're freaking weird, bro. All of the Walmart should have the shoes. Why don't this Walmart be having the shoes? The funny thing is, this Walmart don't be having the shoes, but the other Walmart that's kind of over here be having the shoes. But then when you go and when you go to Central, Central has the shoes. The other Walmart that's kind of over here has the shoes, but the Walmart that's closest to me don't be having the shoes. Why? Whatever. So I'm going to I have the idea right now to head up to my Walmart, which I didn't want to because I got food for today. So I was gonna tell Boomy that he didn't have to send us money today. And if he doesn't send us money today, then I won't have money for a taxi. Y'all, I might have money for a taxi. I might have money for a taxi because I remember yesterday I went to the Oxo because once I got home I remembered, oh yeah, I don't have water. So and I needed a snack for the kids to have for the evening because we had already ate dinner, but we ate it early in the day, and we needed a snack before bed. Um, so I'm like, let's go up to Oxo and get some water and a snack. And when I went up there, I had enough money on my card to buy water and the snack. And on my Cash App card, I wanted to buy candles too, but I felt like I didn't have enough because the candles were actually more than what I thought they were. So what I was gonna do was because I only had a certain amount of money left on my Cash App card. I had $4 on my Cash App card, and that was enough for the water and the snack, which the snack was a pack of cookies. So I'm like, I have enough for water and the snack, and I have enough pesos to buy the candles. But when I got there, the candles were actually 20 pesos more than I thought they were together, altogether. It was going to be 20 pesos more. And I didn't have 20 pesos more. But if I would have thought about it, I actually had enough to pay the pesos and then what would have been left over on my card after buying the water and the cookies. I had enough. I just didn't think I had enough. So I used my other card with the money that my brother sends me. Mind y'all, it's only $50. So I used that to buy the candles and a bundle of bananas because I just felt like I needed some things. Can y'all make the bed into a slide? Yeah, y'all can make the bed into a slide. So I used my other card to pay for the candles and the bananas, but that means that I still have pesos, so I could, and I also have pesos for the water truck that I left at the house just in case I got to the house. I sat money to the side to be able to buy water from the water truck. Um, and I left it at the house just in case I made it back to the house before the water truck came. Just in case I came early enough in the day before the water truck came. Um, so I have that if I really want to use that. But I don't know if I want to use it. I think I want to still just leave it to the side for when the water truck comes. The water truck usually comes on Wednesdays and Saturdays. For the most part, that's the most consistent schedule. Sometimes They might change their mind and come on Monday, or they might change their mind and come on Tuesday. It's weird. It's random. They'll do that. But I think that depends on if they just happen to not had come on Wednesday or they happen to not had come on Saturday, then they will come on a Monday or a Tuesday. But y'all, my watermelon plants died while we were gone because we didn't have no real water before we left. And that's not really the reason why. The reason why is because I forgot to move the plants over into the side that gets the most shade. And I left them on the side that gets the most sun. And I was supposed to move them over so that they didn't wither away while I was gone. And everything was dehydrated by the time I came back, and my watermelon plants are dead. And they were doing so well for the most part. But that's okay, because I have a feeling that there's going to be a watermelon at the fruit market, and I'm going to buy one because I need a watermelon. I'll buy one tomorrow. I'll eat some watermelon, and I'll have seeds. So I've been kind of questioning, do I have him send me money or do I not? Because if I do have him send me money, I'll have him send me Western Union and I'll pay our water bill because our water bill needs to be paid. And I haven't told him about it yet because I don't want him to like, bro, he's just spent so much money this week. He's like, you don't have money for it. Yesterday, I was calling him and I was letting him know, like, because he sent me money, but he sent me pesos, but he only sent me enough for like food. He didn't send me enough for a taxi because he had initially sent me enough for a taxi to get there and back the day that we left, and I spent that money. And I don't like looking back. I don't see where I could have spent more than what I needed. Like, the only thing I spent extra on was this man. I paid for us to have a photo shoot, and I gave the man 100 pesos. So I spent an extra 100 pesos out of the what was planned. But everything else, so I don't see. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong as far as what I spent and how I spent the money. So I don't know. I be trying not to stress him out, but he don't be stressed out, and he be stressed out when I don't tell him everything, and I be trying to move and figure stuff out on my own, and then I end up failing to handle and manage everything on my own, and end up putting him in a position to where he doesn't know everything, and now he's got to figure it out for me. And he's like, just tell me so we can do it together. And here I am trying to figure something out without him. Figure out how to pay the water bill without telling him. Whatever. Anyway, my whole point is I have enough pesos to get a buggy taxi. Um, so I could walk up to Walmart, or I could call a buggy taxi to come, and I can use the money that I have set aside for the water truck, and I can use both of those, what I have in my purse and what I have set aside, to get a buggy taxi there and a buggy taxi back. And she went out the side door because the front door was closed. Oh, yeah, cute. Thank you for my chocolate. Gross. Okay. Now what?
Now eat it's donut.
Okay, you eat yours. Okay. Yeah, I have to see how I'm supposed to eat it because y'all kids is y'all something else. Anyway, excuse me. Mm, 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 mm. But I would be going up to Walmart so that I can
Strawberry.
see if they have other shoes. But is it a waste of my time to go up to our Walmart? I don't know, you guys. I'll figure it out though. I will. The alternative would be to not go up to Walmart today. Or either not go up to Walmart today and go up to Walmart tomorrow. You know, not have him send me any money today, not go to Walmart today, have him send me money tomorrow, go up to Walmart tomorrow, or have him send me money today and go up to Walmart today. But I think I'm gonna go up to the other Walmart instead of what, baby? Huh? Brush our teeth. Yeah. Y'all can brush our teeth. Mommy say yes. So let me go so I can help my kids brush their teeth. And because I already brushed mine, just in case she was going to bring. Because I laid it down here first. Yeah, let me go ahead so I can get my kids to brush my teeth. I'll talk to you guys later and let you know what happens. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful, magical, and amazing experience. Peace.
Cheese.